Would help if I had the mic on, wouldn't it? There we go. I had the mic turned off for some reason. So yeah, you haven't heard my intro where I was talking about that this is the new Powerwash update. Came out today. Amazing stuff, I know. G'day McLaren, how are you, baby? This is the most riveting game you could ever play. Don't know why the microphone wasn't on, I was set to on. But anyway, this is Powerwash Simulator. They come up with some 3 new places to wash, so I thought I'd just do a bit of that before I do some more GT7 later tonight. They're a bit disappointed with the driving standards in GT7 of late. I have got a kind of like I call now a practice server account I've done, and it's only just got to sports mode today, and I thought, yeah, let's see what it's like. The driving standards in those D lobbies are shocking. The amount of time people are just ramming me off the road, it's just like, yeah. Actually, the driving standards on all the levels has been pretty poor, to be honest. Let's not even talk about Daily Race B, which is a crash fest. I mean, I've never seen so much crazy driving as we've had in I'm loving the races. I'm loving Daily Race. But see, if you can have a good Daily Race C, it's a brilliant race. It's a brilliant race, this Daily Race C. I love the GR3s and soft tyres. I really actually enjoy driving them. I'm not good GR3 cars on hard tyres, but I am good with GR3s on soft tyres. So this week I've been really enjoying Daily Race C. I've had some great races last night where I'm starting down near the back and I finished about 5th or 6th. Actually, I think I had 1 5th and 2 6s last night, and two of those was from starting right down the back. So I'm quite happy with that. I'm quite happy. And I'm going to be doing some more. I'll be streaming it a bit later than normal because I do have to go and pick up some shopping today at 7. So I'll probably stream about 7:30ish. If anyone pops in for that, that'd be awesome. You hear the news today, Heath? Tickford have confirmed the long rumoured to be true, but I think it's actually a good move. Tickford's moving to just 2 cars from 4, which I think they needed to be honest. And I think it frees up some other teams then to Blanchard Racing's now moving to 2 cars they've already announced, which is good. I honestly think Brad Jones needs to do the same thing too. I think trying to run 4 cars is too much. I think Brad Jones would even help himself. I'm not a huge Brad Jones fan, but I reckon Brad Jones would really help himself by moving to a 2-car team. Get rid of that bloody Smith and probably Hazelwood, I think. Jones is okay, and whatever the other guy's name is. But yeah, I think even Brad Jones Racing would do much better for themselves if they move to a 2-car team. It also allows other teams to get in then. Just not Adderton. I'm not much a fan of Adderton. Those ones that say they're beginner usually just haven't changed that saying from when they set it up from a long time ago, so that they just, yeah, but Daily Race B is too short, and because it's such a short race, it's actually promoting bad driving because everyone just goes crazy. And look, I like the race. I'm actually really quick, unless you start up near the front and have some clean drives around you. By the way, well done on starting 3rd. That was good. Take the being 3rd as the good point, but yeah. I would say Randall. It's already been rumoured that Courtney's leaving anyway. He's rumoured to be going to Blanchard Racing, is the rumour. So, and they've already confirmed some guy called something Wood, not Dale Wood, something Wood is getting promoted as the replacement for Percat at WAU. But I would say Tickford will be going with Randall and Waters, because Randall definitely had a great round there, the last round there at down in the Bend, and I think Randall will be okay, I think. So I think it'll be Randall and Waters. Whoever that other guy, I don't even know, Zach Bess or something like that in the fourth Tickford car. He just hasn't done well at all. He's been down the back every race anyway, so. But yeah, Courtney, I just don't think he's an okay guy. He's a good driver, but yeah, it's definitely Randall and Waters, I would say. It's already been rumoured that Courtney was leaving Tickford even before this announcement, so yeah. So having heard that, it's definitely going to be Randall, which I'd be very surprised if Tickford would want to lose him, because he's definitely showing some great talent. He had a great weekend, and he can go places, I think. So yeah, Randall and Waters is my pick. Courtney to Blanchard Racing. And whoever the other guy is in the other Tickford, shows you how good he is. Can't even remember who he is. Just be gone. He hasn't done anything really worthy of keeping himself at the team. And the other really, really sad news for me is that Hamilton's re-signed for 2 years at Mercedes. Unless we can put that bloody drama. Oh, is he going here? Is he going there? No, he's staying at Mercedes. He always was going to. I'm just not a Hamilton fan. The biggest thing that I'm just hoping is Daniel gets back as soon as possible, because the longer that Lawson guy gets in there, there's already talk of saying, Daniel should be really worried. Lawson did such a good job. Daniel's position in the team is under fire. And that was a bit of my worry when that accident that he had at the Dutch Grand Prix could almost, I doubt it will be, but it could almost be a career-ending crash. It has not helped his cause at all. Well, now that we know Brown's is Chambers Gisbergen's replacement, and LeBrock is Brown's replacement at Erebus. I do think Brad Jones really needs to move to back to two-car team as well. I just think 4 cars just doesn't work. Look, even Triple Eight moved down to just 2. It's too much work. I doubt Adderton will ever get a team. The way his attitude, that he's always speaking out against supercars, I just don't think we'll see Adderton ever get his own team. He's just got too much of a mouth, I think. I can understand his frustration sometimes, but I don't think doing what he has been saying recently is going to give him much chance. No, he finished in front of Yuki actually in the race. Yuki ended up ahead of Lawson ended up ahead of Yuki, but that's only because of a bad choice, not by speed or anything. And everyone said, but he passed Leclerc. Well, he only passed Leclerc. Leclerc had a broken car. And he's been praised more for just bringing the car back in one piece and everything like that. So, yeah, Lawson's been praised for his drive in that Dutch Grand Prix. Oh, he did well for the first time getting behind the wheel, to be in the wet and stuff like that. He did okay. I just don't think he did as well as claimed. Seems like a nice guy. I don't actually think it's going to affect Daniel too much, but what it says to me is Perez really should be worried, because Perez's attitude at the Dutch Grand Prix pissed me off. I'm not a fan of Perez at all, and the way that he why did they pit Max before me when I was leading? Well, Max is the guy that got pole position. Sergio, you only got into the front of the race by almost pure luck by pitting that lap earlier. He's an idiot if he thought Max was never going to get preference in that race. So the way Perez kind of questioned, why did they pit Max? Well, it's kind of obvious. It's his home Grand Prix. There's no way Red Bull were going to let him. So yeah, but I reckon, this is an out there thing, but I reckon what Red Bull should do is get rid of Perez a year early, put Daniel in the Red Bull, put Lawson in the AlphaTauri, or whatever. They're going to change the team names next year because they're going more behind Red Bull again. So yeah, I reckon put Daniel in the Red Bull with Max. Put Lawson in with Yuki, because I reckon he can do well. I reckon he's a pretty good driver. So I reckon, and he did do quite well on the weekend. I'll give him that. He wasn't brilliant, but the drive in those conditions, when you've hardly driven at all the car, he's never driven a Formula 1 car in the wet, he did quite good. And yeah, Checo, sorry, just needs to check out. And Smith needs to piss off. He's a wasted seat. I reckon that would work well. Yeah, so, and Checo gone. But yeah, Smith, I mean, whenever I see that, you know how they do the grid and they show the drivers, every time they show Smith, I think, is that a girl? When I first saw the photos of the drivers and they first showed the photo of Smith, I thought, is that a girl? I seriously thought Smith was a girl with that long hair and just... But it's not really the long hair. It's more just he can't drive. Now he must be I'm guessing he must be paying to be there, because he's not in there because of talent. He's always down the back. He's Mr. Pretty Boy with his hair, but he's just got no talent. So he must be paying his way into that team, because he can't be still there on talent. It's just not possible. Just not possible. But again, every time I see that photo of him, I think, guys, is he a girl? If not, you should really need to give him a haircut. I should tell him that style died years and years ago. Maybe he's a girl. He's one of those, I'm a gender neutral person. So I need to be careful about that. I just think Checo's his attitude is his biggest problem, Checo. Also, and he's an okay driver, but he's just... He hasn't got the overall talent, I'm afraid. Which we fell down the garden there. I'm liking this new place to clean. No, some people say, what? It's just a fun sim to just pick up and do stuff. You can do co-op in it too, actually. Never tried co-op. I think Phil's got it. I should try some co-op with Phil one day. No, they won't. Freedom of speech nowadays, isn't it? Are we free to say what we think? Well, we should be. I remember once removing a idiot's comment on one of my videos, and it was quite abusive. But because all I did was delete the comment because I thought, well, that's uncalled for, not needed to. He was abusive. Not sure if it was abusive towards me or someone. And he got all upset and started quoting the bloody Fifth Amendment and all this other bullshit because he's got a right to say what he thinks, blah, 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 and started quoting the bloody Fifth Amendment and all that bullshit. And you know what I said to him? I said, mate, you can take your Fifth Amendment and shove it where the sun don't shine because your Fifth Amendment means nothing to me because unlike what you probably think, the rest of the world do not revolve around America and its ways. So, hey, you can have your thoughts and ways, but you know what? You do not have freedom to abuse me or others. So you can take your Fifth Amendment and shove it where the sun don't shine. Got a love attitude of people sometimes, I tell you. But anyway, I will be doing some GT7 tonight about 7:30. I might if I find out what the new races are for next week, I might do a bit of a practice lobby to show those off. Remember, not next Monday, the week on Monday. So September the 11th, I'll be doing my birthday lobby, celebrating my 50th with you guys, because I've got no one else in real life to celebrate it with, so I might as well celebrate it with you guys, huh? It'd be awesome to do that as a lobby anyway, so hopefully you can come to that piece. No, I wouldn't have seen Rory's video about Forza Motorsport. Should I say? Because I don't really take much interest in what Rory does or says anymore. I don't think I've watched a video of his for a long time. I'm not subscribed to him. So no. Is he saying it's going to be good? Because I don't think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be okay, but the biggest thing that puts me off Forza Motorsport is the whole stupid, what is it, car PG crap that they're saying that it is. And I think that is just idiotic. So if I say I get my Toyota 86 and I want to upgrade it. To upgrade your Toyota 86, for instance, you have to level your car up. So you have to race in that one car and you have to technically level it up. Oh, boy, must be bloody on drugs. to say that. I'm sorry, but again, like if you want to race against others, you're going to have to level up your car. In some ways it's a cool idea, but where I think it falls apart the most, so you can't just buy the upgrades for the car, you have to level your car up. The problem is you have to level the same car. So if you've got the exact same car and you want to do a different configuration on it, you have to level that up again. So the same car, you have to drive and level it up, and it's only got 11 tracks to go. Oh, that's hilarious. That's a very big statement, which I think is going to backfire on him. GT7, I know GT7 is not perfect and it needs a lot of improvement, but it's still the best online racing game that you can get to pick up and just race. That you don't have to pay a monthly subscription to. Like, iRacing's brilliant. Don't get me wrong there, iRacing is a brilliant game. But you have to pay a subscription fee. You have to buy all the new cars and the tracks. You have to do this, you have to do that. You don't have to buy all the new cars, I think, but most of the race series you have to anyway, because they run tracks that you don't have. You have to keep buying them. Plus you have to pay a subscription fee. It does mean that everyone's a lot cleaner, because if you lose your account, you can be reported for bad driving. So it does have a lot cleaner when it comes to driving standards. But it's not free, and it's not something that you can pick up and just race at any time, at any point. But I'm sorry, Rory, that is an idiotic thing to claim to say. It might be good, and it might be pretty good. Yes, and of course, I have access to it via Game Pass, so I will be playing GT7, Forza Motorsport. That's only rumours that you can do those things, and that might help. We'll have to wait and see, but being able to do that doesn't mean the game's going to be good, because they have to get the physics right, and I've never been a fan of Forza Motorsport's physics. They've always been crap in my eyes. So if they get that, look, they might get it right, and it might do pretty good. I would have to play it on PC to use the steering wheel, because I haven't got if I had a wheel that would work on the Xbox Series X that I've got, I'd have to pull apart my bloody sim rig to put it on, and I'm not going to do that. I do think Sony need to do something about Gran Turismo, though. I do think Sony do need to do something about Gran Turismo. And the first thing they need to do will upset all the PS4 owners, but they need to drop the PS4 support. What they could do to really combat Forza Motorsport is to do a Gran Turismo Spec B. Gran Turismo 7 Spec B. There's not going to be an 8 anytime soon. We know that's a fact. Sony do not release a Gran Turismo every year or every couple years. It takes time. And I think Gran Turismo 7 has still got the basics there to be an even better game than what it is. But to be the game that it really is, and to really take it up with Forza Motorsport, because Forza Motorsport has dropped the Xbox One support. It is purely next gen. And I think Sony need to drop the PS4 version of PS5 and then utilise the full. See, the biggest problem is you can't do the full. You can't utilise. It's not just graphics that's in a game. It's also calculations and stuff. Now, if the PS5 could be owned just for GT7, we could have proper SOFI support. We could have better AI with the SOFI, a version of SOFI. Get rid of the stupid emote bullshit. You wouldn't have seen that, Heath, because I don't think you had the PS5 when they had the advantage to be used. But I do think a Spec B version of Gran Turismo 7 with PS5 only support is the best option, and that would really take some of the heat, put some of the heat back on Forza Motorsport. And I do think actually Forza Motorsport might be actually pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I do think Forza Motorsport actually will be pretty good. The KBG thing really puts me off. It's only got 4 tracks, and where I think the whole multiplayer thing is going to fall apart is, and there's got to be a season pass, which means a lot of the tracks that will come to the game will have to be purchased. A lot of the future cars will have to be purchased. So and that's where Gran Turismo is also a bit held back a bit too, because Gran Turismo, it's a bit hard to do DLC, and I'll happily pay DLC for some new tracks. The problem is it breaks sport, because then not everyone will have the tracks, so they can't do those in the dailies. But doing a Spec B version of Gran Turismo would give Sony the ability to add new tracks and cars, to the game, so you're getting some new content plus a better run game because it's purely on PS5, and the ability to get some money back again. What's dried up, sadly, look at the last content was the start of August, and that was pretty meh. No new track. I would have thought they lost opportunity with the game, with the movie being out, to have added more to the game, honestly. And of course this update that we had yesterday was obviously some bug fixes, but it actually, believe it, since the update last night, there's a new problem that I'm seeing a lot of people reporting on. There's a major problem within the game since the last update. I've had it happen to me twice now. I was doing a race last night on the European server in my VR race. I was on with 2 laps to go. I was in 6th spot, nice, good, safe 6th spot, and suddenly the race crashed. The game didn't crash. The race crashed. Crashed me out of the race. And it's happening a lot with others. It happened again to me today. I was about 3 laps from the end of the race. And again, the same error, same problem happened. And it's only been since this latest update. The server stability is still not good. So yeah, I'm not as much as I love my PlayStation, I'm definitely going to have a go at it in the moment. This new update has seems like more harm than good. That is a worry. Hope it doesn't happen again. We'll find out tonight if I'm racing in stream. Hopefully it does it in stream. Hopefully it doesn't, but hopefully it does happen again in stream so everyone else can see the problem. Oh, but look, this is actually quite a big job, this one. Only 33% done. It's great seeing you popping in here, Heath, by the way, mate. Have had one of these chats for a while, and I've not been in a good place. Been better this week, and I've been doing more streaming, as you may have noticed, and it's had some older faces showing up. And Dan since has disappeared at the moment, so hopefully I haven't done something to upset my buddy Dan, Dangly Balls. Because I've seen him in other people's streams, but I haven't seen him come into my stream, so I'm not sure if I've done something wrong, say something upset him, do something I don't know. I'll have to try and clear that up with him sometime. But it's kind of good doing my streaming. I've done it every day this week. I've done it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm going to do one tonight, but I can't do it till about 7:30 because I've got to go and pick up my woolies. I'm doing the click and collect thing, collect up from the boots. So I'm doing that between 7 and 8 because before then it's just too many people. I don't like crowds. It's a bit of a car jam. Did it for the first time yesterday. I don't normally do that, but I did it yesterday and got some stuff, and I've got some other stuff. That's why I'm doing it again tonight. But I got home, put them on paper bags in the house, and then wait a second, I got an extra bag than what I ordered. I got part of someone else's order. Oh, that's disappeared for a while. He's been doing some more videos again, thankfully, but he needed a break. He stopped following everyone basically on YouTube. My attitude that I got to a while ago did upset him. He admitted that to me. I still chat with him. We're good. We're still chatting. He just doesn't come to the streams as much. He said it was consuming himself too much. He was watching it all the time. So I think I got a feeling, honestly, I think a carer or his parents might have seen some of the streams, and sometimes I do tend to be a bit vocal. That's why I'm trying to. I need to really try and cut that down a bit, or at least put a warning in my videos going, "Hey, this video may contain some swearing." It's an Aussie thing. That's Aussies, we swear. I've got a feeling he may have been in a stream where I might have gone a bit angry, and he had a carer there or something like that, and hearing me probably being a bit cursing a bit might have got him in trouble with, because I don't think they like that kind of thing with disabled people. So I think that's part of the reason why he disappeared. But that's also one of the reasons why I've done a bigger job, just to clean myself up a bit more, especially with my driving. Occasionally my inner anger comes out when I get taken out by some dirty drivers, but I'm working harder more just to you might notice I try and just laugh it off now. I need to try and stop reacting, because you end up just ruining your own race anyway, but even more so when you react to these idiots. You ruin your own race and you DR by reacting, so that's what I need to remind myself to. But yeah, I still talk to Lebelek occasionally via PSN. He's doing well. He's been uploading some more videos again. He's, considering how he drives, he's improved so much. I'm hoping to try and talk him into coming to my lobby for my birthday. I'm going to send him a private message and hope that he can at least come and make a special appearance for that. I'll say that'll be my best. I'll say to him that'll be my best birthday present for my 50th, is if he could attend my lobby. So hopefully he can come. We'll wait and see. You'll find out on the night. What time is it? Still another hour and a half before I can go and get my food. Before 7, it's just too many people in this area, so you get too many cars there waiting to get theirs. So I'm just... Everyone needs a break every now and then, that's for sure. He's definitely getting better, Lebelic, isn't he? He's definitely improving. And anyway, Heath, how are you and the family going? How's Beck and... So what's your daughter's name? I'm really sorry, I'm not good with names. But how's Beck, which is Rebecca, isn't it? That's actually her proper name. And your daughter going? How are they both? And you, of course. This is actually quite a big job. I might have to do a 2-part video for this. I'm liking this. I don't know why. This is strangely therapeutic, this game. Makes me want to get my high pressure hose and start doing this around my house. The only problem is I have to pay the bloody water now, so if it wasn't for the fact that I now have to pay the bloody water bill, I'd go and clean stuff around this house, but it's just not worth it. I only won't fix half the shit in the house, so why should I spend my money to clean the house? I want to try and clean the rear deck actually, but I don't really give a damn. It's a mess out there too. Sweet. I will always ask, mate, because remember, you are not just a gaming friend, you are a real... We might not have met in real life, but you are a real life friend. We do have to catch up again one. I do need to get down to New South Wales one day. Or meet halfway at Bathurst one year. Me, you, Bathurst. Yeah. Need to get into one of those apartments at the end of Conrod Strait there. Hire one of those for a weekend. Catch up and just have a whole weekend of Bathurst. That would be an amazing weekend. Well, I'm hoping I will be doing lobbies. I'm not sure if tonight, but definitely tomorrow night, as long as I know what the new races are. So make sure you try and come along to some of those lobbies, mate. The lobby, I think you joined the lobby last weekend and it went well. I definitely noticed you definitely getting quicker, 100%. So yeah, it's good when people join in. Those lobbies seem to be doing quite well, actually. I've got some new subs out of it too. It's a bit risky when it's a private, public one, and you get people complaining, "Oh yeah, when are we going to race?" I do quite clearly state that it is a practice only. But that's what it is. It's about just practicing, getting ready for the next week's races. That's why I do those lobbies. But Bathurst is it's a bucket list I would like to tick off before the end of my life. And it wouldn't mean nothing more than to go to my first Bathurst and to meet you there as well. We have to plan for it one day. Don't know if I could camp though. I think that the apartments, if we can get in one of those apartments, would be awesome. My friend Mike reckons he can get one in, and I said to him, well, if you're going to do that, you have to invite my mate Heath. But getting those apartments for the weekend would be a brilliant way. Then you can walk over and experience the track and stuff like that, and then you can be up in those apartments, be nice and ease. I reckon that would be amazing. Yeah, I like Amiga. I've really started following a lot of him lately, and I like him actually. And she's pretty good too. I haven't really seen too much. Whenever she streams, seems to be when I'm either streaming or doing other stuff, so I miss her streams. But she's pretty good too, actually. I think she's from Melbourne. We'll have to do a sim races meet someday. You know how we have these YouTube meets, or they used to. They don't really do it nowadays, but the YouTube meets have a sim races meet. Oh, I have to clean the vase too, do we? Okay, there we go. So, it's only half a vase. Oh, where's it? Why isn't it clean then? There we go. I don't think that was very smart jumping on the vase, but they didn't break. Must be a strong vase. The problem is one's in Melbourne, one's in Sydney, one's in Brisbane, one's in bloody Adelaide. Those two are bigger than me anyway. I'm starting to get recognised in the racing community though. I've actually been recognised quite often on the Euro games. And people go, oh, it's Aussie Tech Racing. So I have been mentioned. Apart from, of course, Rory. If I'm in a race with Rory nowadays, he just ignores me. He won't even acknowledge I'm in the same race as him. I remember being in a race with him and he passed me in the last corner. Now, I could have blocked him more, but I thought I'll show him some respect and let him pass easily. And he didn't even acknowledge that I gave him a clean, easy pass on me. He didn't even acknowledge me after the race, and I thought that was disgusting. He's become too big for his own good now. So no, I'm not much of a Rory fan anymore. Haven't even been to a stream of his for a long time. Sad, because I used to really like him. Yeah, we should get a sim racers meet Australia. Meet some of Australia's best sim racers. I should talk to Pagan, see if they'll be interested in trying to organise something like that. That'd be awesome. Even more awesome if you could get... And then if it gets big enough, we could get sim racers from around the world as guest visitors. Imagine if you could get, in the future, you can get Super GT. Or Jimmy Broadbent or something like that. You get, or even maybe even Rory. Who knows? I can't do my bias. I don't like him, but look, I'll give him credit. He's got himself to where he is. But imagine that. But I should talk to Next Level. I know them quite well. As I said, they're only down the road from me, and I talked to them a bit. So I should talk to them about maybe sponsoring that idea. We'll do a sim racers meet. Sim Racers Meet Australia. Something new to work on once I get my head right. I'm sure that's something I could actually action and actually do. I just need to get this ADHD under control because it's not at the moment. It's really fucking up my life. Sorry I said the F word, but... You'll get over it, Heath. I'm sorry. You'll get over the fact that I said the F word. Sorry. Sorry if the wife or kids there and heard me say that. Naughty me. That's why you have to be careful when listening to me, because don't have me on the big speaker But that's definitely something to work for. Sim Races Meet Australia. That's a really good idea, Heath. Something to work on, for sure. You didn't even hear me say the F word? Good. Fuggle. Fuggle that. Fudgle. Fudge. Fudgy. See, lots of F words. Warning, this stream may contain a few F-bombs. I'm an Aussie, we can't help it, Aussie. I mean, can we, Heath, you know? Swear words is just part of our vocabulary. I'm not an Aussie if I didn't swear. I have to act, I am an Aussie, so I have to act as an Aussie. I call myself Aussie. I'm liking this. Only 6, still got 40%, so I've still got all the way up there to go. Probably on top of this roof too. Yep, on top of that roof. Wow. I like this. There's just something therapeutic about cleaning. I don't know why. And does it make me sad? I don't know. But this is actually quite fun. Just doing this. Especially seeing that floor cleaning up. And wish it worked this well in real life, but it's still fun. But yeah, I hope you will come to my stream tonight, Phil. I mean, even just to say hi, leave a like. Probably about 7:30, so whatever time that is your time over there in South Australia. Did I tell you, Phil, that I got in contact with Sam Shahin, the owner of The Bend? I sent him after hearing the rumours that he was looking in the possibility of buying supercars, I sent him an email and suggested he join that V8 supercar group that I created. Because I said, look, if it's true that you're going to look into buying supercars, which is apparently one of the rumours, that you should look into that group. And I said, look, that will give you an idea. If you buy it, one of the ways that you can really help fix the series is to bring better freedom of air back. And he actually liked it. He actually replied back to me, and he's checked out the site, and he goes, man, some of the stories there even shocked him. He didn't realise how many people were affected by the whole Foxtel situation. And he said if the rumours do become true, so he didn't deny it, it's definitely something he will look into. I actually contacted him via Messenger on Facebook, actually. And I was surprised that he replied, but he was very taken back. He read some of the stories on there, because I gave him links to some of the posts, especially some of the earlier posts of people that used to support supercars and who can't get it and stuff like that. And I suggested a solution to him that he should look into. And he agreed. I said, look, Foxtel do need to get their value out of their production and paying for it. I understand that. But there is a way that they can provide the races live and free, every race live and free on free to air. So they have adverts. They only show the actual races. They can do a highlight. They can do start of their coverage. They can do the kind of like a coverage of the qualifying, for instance. But if someone wants to watch the whole weekend, it's Foxtel or KO. Okay. Free to air is single def only, not high definition. So they only get the single def, which is fine. I think everyone will be fine with that. I just said, look, the current highlights package just doesn't work. It's on late at night. People just don't watch it. It's just useless. People feel left out. The only real race a lot of people watch now, it's just Bathurst. And I said, if you want to get the following back for the series is what it needs, which will get bigger sponsors back, then that's a good solution. I said what you could then do is, like the following weekend after the race weekend, they could do a motorsports coverage of that week, of the past weekend's support races as well. So at least the support races still get free-to-air coverage, maybe a bit delayed, but that will give the sports series better. So you still got there's still got the value from paying for Foxtel, because you get no adverts during the race, you get the full HD and the full weekend coverage. But it would still work better for free-to-air, which I think would get a lot more people back into the sport. So I really detailed it for him, and he goes, mate, you've really thought this through. And I said, yeah, well, that group is why I did that. I said, look, it's got 11... you show me many Facebook groups that have over 11,000 members. We've got up to as far as 13,000 at one point, as high. So, yeah. And that group got their attention, as I've told you before, of the Foxtel CEO, so... it was really cool that he got back to me and he was quite open and liked the ideas that I put forward to him. And he said it was definitely something he will take into consideration. He goes, if it is true. The fact that he listened and got back to me a couple of times, I think it's almost true that he's at least looking into it. I don't think he's confirmed that he's bought it, like some people claim and say. But I think he at least is given me time and listened to me. I think that's important. And I've heard that about him. He's a really nice, approachable guy. Okay, mate, hope you see my stream about 7:30 my time. Thanks for being here, bro. See you. Enjoy dinner. Reminds me, I need to have my dinner soon myself too, actually. I might do that. I might finish off this roof. We'll have to finish off this area in a second stream later tonight, because yeah. Done that. Beautiful. Can I jump up here this way? Yeah, we can. So we've got up here, or here to do, and up there too. Jeez. Ooh, nice scenery. Nice scenery. Nice boats. Thought I'd just try and finish off the tower first. Okay, we'll see you all in the next one. Yeah, I know I fell off. We'll continue this to be continued. Come on, can I get this? Let's get this bit done. I need some food. You made me feel hungry, Faith. I want to get this bit down. I'll have to go back on that roof. I've got the ladder here, that's good. Maybe if I use the ladder, can I use the ladder up there? Yeah. Done it. Okay, beautiful. Oh, the bit down is. Oh, I kind of want to get those down. Yeah, damn it, beautiful. Okay, done those. So I've got the upper bits to do in the next bit. See you later, alligator. Don't forget your gaming paper.